How much longer?
Huh?
Before I get to hear these deep thoughts of yours? You hardly talk to me on our walk.
I know. I'm sorry, Bridget.
No. Honey, you don't have to apologize. Look, I know there's something on your mind. There has been for a while. Is it Amber?
What? Oh, baby, no.
You sure?
Yeah, this has nothing to do with Amber, actually. I was thinking more about you.
What about me?
I was thinking about that time that you came into the lair with that fake ID.
Oh, God.
Janet Rosenzweig.
You know I kept that? I swear I'm gonna frame it, because that's the reason we're together.
Yeah, I know. That's what I've been thinking about. Yeah, I was just wondering if we never met that night, where you'd be right now.
Mrs. Forrester, these were sent for you.
Oh, my husband sometimes never ceases to delight and amaze me. Thank you. Aren't they just lovely?
Not in comparison to you.
Moss, hi. How are you?
So, we're still on speaking terms.
Well, of course. Why wouldn't we be?
Well, after the Brooke fiasco,
It wasn't your fault.
that's not how your son felt.
Ridge owes you an enormous debt of gratitude, which someday I hope he'll acknowledge. If you hadn't instigated all of this, I'm not so sure that he would have understood the pressure Taylor's under until it might have been too late.
They're doing all right?
Well, they're in Aspen, and I think they're having a wonderful time.
Well, that certainly is a relief to hear.
Moss, I'm so sorry. I can't ask you to stay. I'm expecting Eric.
You are?
Yes. I think he's trying to make up with me.
You've been arguing.
Oh, about Brooke and lots of things. But anyway, he sent me a lovely card to the office inviting me to come for lunch. And then when I got here, he had these absolutely gorgeous flowers waiting.
Stephanie, I'm sorry.
You're sorry?
Yes. I sent the note and the flowers.
Hey, Brooke.
Amber,
Have you seen Rick? I've been looking all over for him.
he didn't come in today.
He didn't?
He wasn't feeling well.
Oh.
Maybe you should go home and check on him.
Well, of course I will. Did you talk to him?
He left me a message.
Oh. So, then, you probably haven't heard our big news, huh?
Oh, I heard that you were pregnant.
Well, you know, you didn't say anything, so I just...
Well, what's there to say?
You're not happy for us?
Happy? That is the saddest news that I've ever heard.
You and Deacon share a lot in common. You have a similar background. He's Eric's natural father. And he's in love with you. So if there is any doubt in your mind, even the slightest possibility that you would rather be with him instead of me...
No, Rick, no.
Why not, Amber? You used to have feelings for him, admit it.
Rick, I swear, other than the fact that Deacon is Eric's father, I have no connection to him whatsoever. I promise you. 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 I promise you.
Hey.
So you're here to check up on me?
Well, you were pretty upset. Things get better?
No. No, they got worse. I don't know if I can do this.
Do what, Rick?
Stay in this house with her.
What a nasty thing to say.
I don't have time for this.
You started it, Brooke. I'm carrying your grandchild. You could at least pretend to be happy.
I don't pretend anymore, Amber.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You don't. No, you just let it all hang out. In fact, that's how you lost Thorne.
Thorne deserves to be with somebody who's going to love him with all her heart and her soul. And so does Rick.
Well, lucky for Rick, that's exactly what he got.
I don't even know why I bothered talking to you when he can't even be honest.
You know, you still think I have this uncontrollable desire for Deacon.
That's so obvious, Amber.
Oh, how is it obvious, Brooke? You haven't even been here.
So everything's changed?
Yeah. Yeah, it has. Partly because I got away from you and that soulmate talk. You know, thank God I didn't listen to you. Otherwise, I'd be just as miserable as you are right now.
The day will come when you realize...
What? What, that you were right? No, I don't think so. Because I don't want to be like you, Brooke. I don't want to give away the best thing I ever had for some cheap thrill. That is not fate. It's a sickness. And I'm so sorry you haven't learned that yet, but I have. And I don't make those choices anymore.
So you'd rather be safe than happy?
I am happy, Brooke. And I'm proud of myself, too. Because for the first time in my life, I did something for the right reason. Yeah, okay? I was tempted by Deacon. I mean, he's an attractive man.
It's more than that, Amber.
Fine. Fine, we connected. My heart beats a little faster every time he walks in the door, but that's nothing to build a future on.
Yes, it is. You had everything right in your hands, everything that life had to offer.
No. No, that's not what I want. The best thing in my life will happen to me in 8 months. When I'm holding my little baby in my arms. And I can tell her she will never have to go through what I went through. And she will always feel loved and secure. You know, Brooke, Rick and I, we're solid. We're more solid than we've ever been. So why don't you just back off?
Stephanie, I'm sorry. I assumed that you would have known it was me.
I'm sorry. I should have known. Eric just doesn't send flowers. I have to leave, Moss.
Stephanie, no.
Moss, this is inappropriate.
What? Two old friends having lunch together?
We are more than friends.
We are? You've just made my day.
Don't tease me.
I'm just trying to cheer you up, Stephanie, and it seems I'm failing miserably.
It isn't you.
No, it isn't. But it could have been. Stephanie, your life could have been so very different now.
Goodbye, Moss.
You remember?
As if I'd ever forget.
Come on. One dance. For old time's sake.
Well, that is one dancing duo I could have done without seeing.
you really thinking about moving out?
I don't know how I'm gonna handle this. I mean, what do you do when you can't trust your wife?
Have you talked to her yet?
I don't have to talk to her. I know exactly what she'd say. Rick, I have no feelings for Deacon whatsoever. It is such a joke.
Hey, okay, all right.
And
calm
now
down,
she's
man.
pregnant with my kid? Or at least I think it's my kid.
Rick, this is not Deacon's baby.
Yeah, well, what makes you so sure? Because I'm not.
Well, I'll tell you why. Because he'd be shouting it from the freaking rooftops. Come on.
Okay, fine. So it is my child. That's the only reason Amber is still here.
Rick, you can't be sure of that, you know? Maybe she's here because she loves you, because she wants this marriage to work.
Yeah, and maybe she's still here because she's afraid to go after what she really wants.
Yeah? Well, how are you going to know, Rick, until you talk to her about it?
I still won't know. Don't you get it? That's the problem. She lies all the time, and it doesn't matter how much she tells me that she's learned her lesson or that she'll never do it again, because that's a lie. How am I supposed to live like this?
Is there anyone else you could talk to, you know, maybe one of her friends that she confides in?
Find out how she's feeling from one of her friends? What the hell kind of marriage is that?
Well, Rick, maybe she's scared, okay? Maybe she's scared to tell you the truth.
You know what? That was her excuse last time. She stole someone's baby and passed it off as mine for a year. Oh, but that was just the pressure from her mom and my mom and Kimberly and me. And you know what? I bought it. I forgave her.
And now it's happening again.
What does she see in him anyways? Deacon treats her like dirt, like a prisoner, and he's willing to sell his own child. God, and what he did to our sister, what he's still doing to her?
You going to tell her about this?
I have to. It's gonna kill her, but if anyone has been more blind than me, it's Bridget.
Where would I be if I'd never met you?
Yeah, what would you be doing right now?
I don't know. Homework?
Probably be getting ready for a date.
Oh, a date? Really? With whom?
I don't know, some fabulously wealthy, charming guy named Winthorpe J. Guggenheim III or something like that.
Wow. I would hope I could do better than a Winthorpe.
Baby, my point is that you could do anything you want to do. You know, I don't know, maybe you wouldn't be dating at all. Maybe you'd be focusing on your school. You know, you could take a double major. You could, I don't know, have an internship. Go on that semester abroad you're always talking about. You could be studying in Japan.
It's just an idea.
No, but see, it was a good idea. Bridget, that's a great idea. I would have killed to have done something like that when I was your age.
When you were my age, God, you sound like somebody's grandfather. Kids today.
Bridget, I'm serious.
Serious about what, Deacon?
Baby, you have a lot of options, and you chucked them all just to be with me.
Yeah. Well, that should show you how much I care.
I know. What does it say about me? For letting you do that, I mean.
Letting me do that? No, Deacon. That wasn't your decision to make. And I'm very happy with my choice.
Bridget, you're happy now, but what about later?
Are you worried I'm gonna resent you or something?
Bridget, I couldn't deal with that. I couldn't stand if I was the guy that kept you from doing everything possible that you want to do.
Oh, no, honey, I'm never gonna feel that way.
You might.
Okay, well, so could you. I mean, think of all the hot babes you're missing out on because you're here with me.
Come on, I'm not kidding around here.
I'm sorry, but this just sounds silly to me. This whole idea that I would trade in my marriage for a hot date or a trip to Japan?
Are you gonna tell me that you've never thought about it? I mean, really never stopped and considered everything that you've given up? Come on, now, be honest with me.
Okay, yes. Yeah, I've thought about it. But I don't feel cheated, Deacon. I feel lucky. Really. I love you so much.
Stephanie, is something wrong?
I think I'd better get home.
To the husband who does not appreciate you.
Well, I'm sure he wouldn't appreciate this.
A dance is just a dance. Tell me something, Stephanie. When was the last time Eric took you dancing? For that matter, gave you flowers? When was the last time he told you what a lovely woman you are? Can you even remember?
Oh, Massimo, you Casanova, you are really working it, aren't you? Not that it's gonna do you any good. See? What did I tell you? Defense shields up. 5, 4, 3, 2, blast off. Oh, don't look so sad, baby. Reinforcements are on the way.
I wish you could see yourself the way I do.
Yeah, I wish I could too.
I mean it, Deacon. You're so wonderful.
When you say things like that, it just makes me feel worse.
Why?
Because I don't deserve you.
Deacon. How can you say that? That's ridiculous.
Hello. Yeah. Yeah, she's right here. Hang on. Betsy.
Hey, Betsy. Yeah, can I call you later? Yeah, I have the notes. Okay, what's your question?
Deacon, you can stop this. Please. Divorce her. As her mother, I am begging you. If you really love my daughter, you will let Bridget go.
Brooke's right.
Two kids. One love, one back. But maybe jerked. You know, out the back. No, wanted me to talk. Not this way. Whoops. Well, hey, I've got some news. That's not going to change.
All right. But you remember one thing, okay? Your child, okay? Think about the rig.
Are you okay?
No.
Your mother told me you were sick. Why don't you go lay down? I will make you some.
Forget the tea.
Oh, poor cranky baby. Do you want me to lay down with you?
Amber,